Hey people, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone's doing okay. Today we're going to be talking about a 4-1-2-3 that was suggested to me by my very good friend who basically created this fantastic 4-1-2-3. So this is not my creation, but it's really good. And there are some differences from the usual formations I play, and the big one here, as you can see on your screen, is the fact that we don't have any hammers in defense, but there are hammers in the team. They're just in the midfield. As you can see, we have a combination of 2 hammers and a commander. So how does this work? How does this fare against volleyballers and experienced players? We'll get to see that in this video, which I'm going to start right now. I'll be reacting to the gameplay that I have already, played, and I'm doing that just because it's easier for me to kind of, comment about what's going on if I'm not playing, if the game has already been gone. Now, I'm actually going to start off with a loss. So this is a game that I ended up losing against the 4-3-3 player. And what's the point of showing you a loss? Anyone can lose, right? Well, the thing is that in this game, I lost this game really tragically. I'll have to say that at first, and you can see now Abu Bakr, one of the chances there. Look at him, look. Insane, man. The things that have happened, man, even this weekend. I didn't win the event, because, not really because of handicap, it's just that, look at my keeper here as well. It's just the fact that I got matched against people who played better than me, so fair enough to them. And now you can see that we already had a fantastic chance with Abu Bakr. Like, the fact that he didn't take a shot there is a 1 in a million chance. I really cannot understand how he didn't even shoot, man. He just took 15 minutes to control the ball, and basically that is that. Now, as you can see, the Prowler who is playing as a left back, he does go up the field to attack as well, and that's a really good thing. Now we'll have to see how this formation does against volleyball players, because against people who play fast, players in attack, this formation will do really well. And obviously the goal I conceded was obviously my keeper's fault. He came out just because he felt like it. And yeah, now we're going to see what the defending looks like. As you can see, the Prowler is already ready to press. He didn't get the ball in this situation, and that's why I stopped pressing, because I thought he was going to commit a foul. And look at this goal. Like, the things, guys, I'm going to be honest, the things that have happened to me in this game over the past 2 or 3 days are just... And the reason I conceded that goal is because I selected Keane to kind of press, but I really can't blame myself for conceding either goal, honestly. It's just something... What can you do, bro, if your team is like playing like that? There's just nothing you will be able to do to win games like those, and that really goes to show you how luck is a really big factor in this game. And now let's get back on track and talk about this formation. So now we're going to start making use of the hammers, and as you can see, I already in the past game as well, I've already used the hammer and the commander to kind of play balls, one-touch passing here and there, which is one of their best traits. Now, this isn't something I really enjoy playing, because I don't like playing one-touch passers. It's boring for me, it's boring for my opponent, but sometimes you really just have to play like that. And this was a good tackle by my opponent. He was unlucky here with his player. I'm not sure what he was doing. Now Abu Bakr, fantastic save, and my captain is there. And yeah, it's just you really need tough players, and if you don't play strong players at the back, you'll need to play them somewhere in the field. Okay, now I've fast forwarded the gameplay a bit there, because that game ended in a very boring 1-1 draw. Nothing much happened, and I mean, this formation, although it's really good to attack with, it can face some difficult situations. I think it's difficult formations, and yeah, you have to be like, you have to take your chances with this formation. You really can't afford to lose the ball and rely on defending, because the defense here is really susceptible to headers, and I mean, it's good because it has a lot of response, and there are some players with the marking trait here as well. We have King, who's on the ball right now, then we have Patricia as well, but they're not close together. So if you remember the formation, how the formation was, that we had the Prowler on the left, King, the Prowler being not a marking player, then we had King, a marking player, then Bertini, not a marking player, and then we had Patricia, who is a marking player. So that way, I'm not sure if this is what my friend was intending, but this way we have markers and non-markers kind of spread evenly across our midfield, our defense, which is pretty good. It works well. Of course, here you can see how my Prowler was caught out a bit there, but I don't press now because the protectors tend to carry the ball a bit up the field, and as you could have seen there, he couldn't even put in a cross. He tried a tap in, but there was Bertini to intercept. Now you have to be smart with defending here. That is for sure. You have to really kind of press well. That's always the case, and with this formation, that is also the case. Now you can see Bertini taking the ball up the field completely. There's Aboubakar twisting and turning, and at least we have some smart players in the midfield. And look at this as well by Horvat. I didn't know what to do. Top corner finish with zero skill. Crazy goal by Horvat. Incredible. So, I mean, you can make these kinds of players work. The Hammers and the Commanders, they're good for one-touch passing, they're good for headers, and the Hammers are actually extremely great to shoot with. Now, in that case, there was Horvat, the commander, who took a shot. So that's that. But here I make another mistake, in the sense that I like playing the ball to my center backs once I pass the ball back to the keeper. And in this situation, in these past two situations, actually, I'm not sure if it was in this game, but it was also in the other. Like, that can be problematic. So, I mean, everyone has his own way of taking the kick off. I like to pass it back to the keeper and pass it to my center back, who then flings the ball to the sides. But I'm not sure exactly. Even after like 21,000 games, I'm still not sure what the best way of taking a kickoff is. And I apologize for the noise. It's always like a construction site in this place recently. Now we have Aboubakar, also guys with those three one-touch passers. They're fantastic for lobbing balls up for the wingers for counter-attacks, because this formation is fantastic, and really fantastic for counter-attacks, especially with Aboubakar. With the Prowler on the right side, it's not like ideal for counter-attacks, but I prefer having like a bit of a smart player on the right who doesn't dribble as much but is still reactive and who has a lot of response to, who has a good shot, is what I meant to say, to score some goals, some neat goals, which really does happen. Now I'm playing it with Aboubakar, who is extremely smart, so that's why I always play Aboubakar and not other players like Sabre and intruders and things like that. You could try an intruder instead of my Prowler on the right. That way you'll have two fast players on both wings. The problem is that you'll have two dribblers, and the thing is that if you have two dribblers, that means that you don't have two safe passing options on either side. At least I have my Prowler on the right, who is pretty smart with the ball, and honestly I can't really complain. So now we're playing a Volleyballer, if I recall well. So this is a good moment to kind of focus more on the actual gameplay instead of just talking and talking and talking. Now, against 3-5-2s, this formation can either work really well because it can exploit the, only the fact that the 3-5-2s only have 3 defenders, or it can turn out horribly. So, because of volleyball, of course. Now, in this situation, I don't even remember how the game ended. I don't know who had scored, so I'm just gonna commentate here and see what's going on and what I could have maybe even done differently. So this video will be important even for me. Now he has Abubakar pushing up the field. I don't even think he's volleyballing though. He has Abubakar and Sabre. So let's see. He plays Zivkovic to good old header from a hammer. So nothing I could do there. And now we're basically forced to respond. Yes, he's playing Sabre and Abubakar up top. Now I'm trying to see how this formation moves when I'm not playing, because that's the good thing about reacting to your own gameplay, is the fact that you can actually see what you could have done better or worse. So Sabre, long range, of course, of the bar. I should have cleared it just a bit, but I was unlucky there. It does happen. Now he forces his hand there with Zivkovic. Very surprising though, because he didn't have anything that he could do. I think he could have kept the ball quite easily. Now Sandberg does a magnificent job of serving Abubakar. Let's see. Nothing I could do here, honestly, except take a shot, and that's what I did. 1-1. Very nice goal by Abubakar. I'm not sure how I pulled that off actually, because he look at this, I already steal the ball, and that's a very important thing to. And again, Horvat manages to get in the way to get the ball, and that's the good thing about playing strong players, guys, in the midfield. And there's the 2-1. That's it. Like in a matter of 5 seconds, I scored 2 goals. Wow. That's the thing. This formation is so fast in attack that things happen if you just give your attackers the ball, and if you use your midfielders who are strong as hell and who can also one-touch pass, you can put your forwards in a right situation to take a shot and hopefully score. So now I think we have a very experienced player again. Yes, there you go. Volleyballer now, complete volleyballer. This guy I remember. Yeah, this is interesting also for you guys to see how a game against a volleyballer goes when you don't have any hammers whatsoever. So let's see. I'm pressing with Abubakar, only with Abubakar, but now I press with the Prowler because I know that he doesn't have any opportunity, any other option. So he has Zivkovic now, and he's just going for the volley. This guy is really only a volleyballer. Just wow. Look at Keane just standing there. My God, man, this game. But let's go back to the game, to actual gameplay now. Horvat. Look at this triangulation between my players here. I know that my Prowler is offside, so I wait until Horvat touches the ball, so my Prowler retreats and isn't in an offside position. Now this is a very difficult ball to play, and I do manage to play a very lovely ball just in the middle between this guy's defenders. So that was a nice tap in, and this brings me to the reason why I'm not playing Johnson in attack. I've talked a bit about this in another video, if I remember correctly. is the fact that when your formation doesn't really involve your striker in build-up play, like you don't play the ball to your striker often, you really don't need to have someone smart in that position, like as a center forward. Now, another volley, Jesus man. So yeah, there wasn't any point in playing Johnson in this situation, in this formation, and Sandberg is just magnificent. And as you can also see, I rarely even play the ball to Sandberg except when he's going to shoot, and that is one of the most important things and very interesting things in this formations, because the reason for that actually is because I think there are too many players in attack. Like we have two players, which are the commander and the hammer, in the middle of the field, and the center attacking midfielders. Then we have our three forwards, so that's already 5 people in the attacking third, which is a lot. So Sandberg doesn't have a lot of opportunities to touch the ball. Now I think I should have played this ball to Horvat, who was in a great position for a header. I think, at least, you can never know. But and I think he was marked still, Horvat, so I think that I really couldn't have done much in that situation. Now I'm using Patricio, he's always there to mark players, to chase after players. He's fantastic, man. The problem is that he loses quite a few balls if you aren't careful about how he acts and how he behaves on the ball. Now this was a great save by my keeper. Obviously, the Prowler with more response still loses out against Sabre. So again, I wasn't particularly lucky in these stretch of games. I mean, it is what it is, guys. I mean, there's really no point in making a fuss about it. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. And now we have Abu Bakr, who lost the ball immediately there, like against a level 10 Patricio. Great by his Patricio, and the game is 1-1, and he has a good opportunity to make something of this situation. But Sabre, as you know, everyone knows by now, loses the ball pretty easily, and he really shouldn't have played the ball to him there. Now I'm using my Prowler rod because he's being marked by a hammer, so pretty easy for me there. Now his keeper makes an incredible save, but there is Sandberg with the 2-1 win against the Volleyballer, guys. So the conclusion, people, the conclusion is that this formation is really good once you manage to kind of practice it a bit and take your chances as well. That's very important with any formation, but with this one especially, since you don't have any hammers at the back to counter volleyball if you do end up being matched against one. So yeah, please comment with what you think about this formation, and yeah, let me know if you like this kind of content by leaving a like and a subscription if you haven't done so already. So thanks a lot, people, and I'll see you in the next time.